Glampers. I'm Mike.
I'm Joni.
We are those who glamp together. We are coming to you from KOA, and it's camping season.
Yay.
We've decided to leave Ohio for a couple days during this COVID-19 stuff and just get away. This was a campgrounds open in southern Kentucky, and it's only 2 self-contained units, so anybody's got a camper can stay here. You can't tent camp. So we just wanted to come at you. This is our first video of us actually camping, so we really needed to do something
for 2020.
So as you can see behind us, we got our rig out, we got our truck over here, and we are just set up. So what we wanted to do is just go over some things that we've done this year with our rig. So first and foremost would be we added, if you don't know, we have a toy hauler, a Vengeance. The Vengeance did not come with the second set of beds in the garage. It had the one bed that lowered, but it did not have the beds that turn into a seat. So we added that over the past year. So that was a very nice upgrade for that.
It's come in use already.
It has come in use already.
Extra seating, and then just having the extra bed.
Yep.
We traveled with Mike's mom last year, and that was kind of like her space. The only thing we really had to share was the bathroom, so that worked out really good. It was good for her and us. So
what else have we done? Recently we added a new tongue jack. The last one kind of died. It's our third. This will be our third tongue jack actually.
The one that came with the camper was the crank.
Yeah.
Who wants to do that when you could just switch them out really easily?
So, but this one we actually got where it doesn't hook up to the battery. We hook it up to the truck. So there's no worries with power, and seems to work good. This is our second trip with it, maybe.
I'd say it's got its positives and negatives. So
yeah, you have to have the truck nearby. It's kind of a good and a bad. And then figuring out what to do with the 5 foot of cable that when you're running down the road. But we figured that out with some little twist tie.
Show a picture of how we do that.
What else?
We got a new awning and awning lights. Our lights and our awning, when you stretch out the awning all the way, our lights are actually in the end of the tube awning. And we've had nothing but trouble from them from day one.
They have not worked since we bought this. And
we've had this is I think the 3rd set of lights.
This is the 3rd set
that we've done
we'll be doing a video of our camper soon. But we have a 2015, they told us a 2015, but it was in 2014 when we bought it. It's a Forest River Vengeance 29V travel trailer toy hauler. It's 35 foot long. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about old Vinny back here.
The awning was not in very good shape, so when they went to fix the lights, they're like, hey, you guys could just drive down the road and just all of a sudden lose your awning. It's barely hanging on.
They said the stitching was coming out against the camper itself. So we chose to go ahead and just replace that as well.
It's nice and bright and clean. After you had a camper year, it doesn't really stay that nice. So we're going to try to stay on top of it this time.
Try.
Yeah. So the other thing we did over the winter, we did some caulking on the camper. We did everything.
Not some caulking, all the caulking.
Yeah, that was a job.
We started on the roof, which wasn't, the roof was actually easier than I expected. Didn't use nearly the caulk I thought it would take. But all the other seams on the sides, the front, the rear, that was tedious, to say the least. But
yeah, and then it was almost like right when we got to the end of it, it got less messy, easy, went really quick. So it was like, once you got the hang of it, you're done. So
yeah, it wasn't too bad. It took us basically a week.
Yeah.
And that was, we keep our camper in the garage, if you've seen, so it made it a little easier to do it, not worried about the elements.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, which we just used for the first time today, is we put, I forget the name of it, but it's a sewer valve.
We'll put a link
that attaches to the end of your sewer. So when you're If you've ever been camping, you know what I'm talking about here. When you undo the cap on your sewer, it always drains a little bit from shaking, which is nasty. This allows another valve on the end. So I just hooked up our sewer maybe an hour ago, and perfect. So that was a good one, and very inexpensive.
Yep. We did a shower head, a new shower head, which if it's almost like the mattress, you gotta,
those of you that,
like, you can't do the factory.
The shower heads are horrible from the factory.
Yep.
So we found a really nice one that
got that
really
off
good
of
even
Amazon.
streams of water, shuts off pretty much completely, doesn't drip when you shut it off, so it's really nice. So I like it. We
did a simple pull handle on the screen door. Just so you don't have to touch the screen. Yeah,
if you've ever been in your camper and tried to grab that screen door, it's just impossible when you got your hands full. So a nice little simple pull rod really worked out well.
Yeah. And then the last two things were the tires and the x-chocks. So you can
so we have not had a flat. We kept our factory tires, which were Westlake, for basically 5 years. We got roughly 20,000 plus miles on them, and but I was a little nervous last year as we were heading out to Yellowstone. I did not want to take that trip again without tires. So when I bought new tires, I even upgraded the rating on it. I went from a D to an E rated tire, so it's a little sturdier tire. I think it's a 10 ply maybe, because I do have a toy hauler. I want to make sure everything stays put, and I don't want to have blowouts. So I think next from there will be TPMS for these, so we can keep an eye on it. But these tires there are Carlisle. They're Carlisle tires. They seem to be good. We've got probably 2,000 or 3,000 miles on them already. Well, no, we took them last year, 6,000 miles on that trip last year alone. So we probably got some campers walking by.
Got other Ohioans actually.
Ohio in the house. So we
looks like we
may have about 10,000 miles on those tires now. So, but that was a good upgrade. Got to keep an eye on those. And then, if you've ever been jumping in and out of your trailer, walking around in your trailer, even though you put chocks down, it still moves. And with us having a travel trailer, it's a little bouncy at times. So we put X-chocks on them. Let me do that.
I would put that on the list of
must have.
So would not go without it. Like you could get through. It's not like a necessity like your first time camping, but as you camp.
I mean, we camped for years without them. But once we got them,
once you get them, And a lot of the stuff that we had purchased, we would just, we don't have a Good Sam's membership. We don't have the Camping World membership or anything like that, because
we did have it.
We
at
did,
one time.
And we just didn't find that we were getting our value of the best pricing or anything. So we go out and shop around, and we tend to find it cheaper, even when we had those memberships, to just kind of shop around. So most stuff we got maybe Amazon.
Another upgrade we got was, see this.
Oh yeah.
Those who glamp together, our shirts came in, so so we like them. So that's pretty much all the things we've done. There are still some things we need to do, like just right now we had an issue with our water when we showed up to this campgrounds. And as you know, campgrounds have pressure issues. They're either really hard or really low, and you just don't know. So we do have a water regulator, and it seems to be a good one. It's one that you can adjust and set the pressure. So we got here, we normally keep it around 60. So when we turned the water on, I shut it down to 60 because it shot up to 100. So I put it down to 60, and we had no water coming out of our camper. Of course, I wasn't thinking it was our pressure regulator, so I'm searching for a half hour trying to find something that wasn't right. Then I decided to go out and unhook the hose and see how much water was coming out of the hose, and it was barely trickling out. So as I turned up the pressure to about 93 pounds of pressure, it was flowing fairly decent. So we may need to get a new regulator. I'm not sure if it's good or bad. I'm not sure if it's this campground. So next time maybe we'll have a walkthrough video of our camper, what we have. Maybe throw the truck in there as well. Happy glamping.